What's up, guys, and welcome to the long-awaited Lucas guide. You guys have been asking, begging, and pleading, so it's finally here. Lucas has only been out for a little bit over a week, but I do say he is one of the most entertaining characters to play in the cast, and so I feel like he brings a lot of variety and makes a great addition to the Smash for Wii U roster. Another thing is, I feel like Lucas is quite the technical character, and once you learn those little intricacies that Lucas has, you really start to reap the rewards and benefits from playing Lucas. So, without further ado, guys, let's jump right into this guide. Have fun. So, the pros and cons to playing Lucas. Definitely going to start out with the pros first. Lucas, Ness, is actually a little bit faster. For his size, he is quite nimble, and his size is a little bit annoying for characters that are tall, because it's hard for them to actually hit him. That's a similar thing that Ness has as well. He has strong recovery options. So Lucas can actually come from the deep with his recovery. Let's say I recover all the way from over there, I'm able to land on the stage, whereas most characters would not have a fighting chance to come back. He also has a tether with extremely long range, quite buffed from his brawl counterpart, so recovering isn't an issue for Lucas. He also comes equipped with the double up B, similar to Ness's buff that people now know about. They can use double PK Thunder to recover back to the stage. So he has, in my opinion, one of the strongest recoveries in the game. Massive kill potential. Lucas kills at really early percents. However, those kill options aren't as strong because they have very large amounts of cooldown. They have very large amounts of lag startup. A lot of approach options and mix-ups. Lucas, his nair is a great approach option, such as even his down air, he can dash attack in, he can run all around the place. You know, with his speed, he's able to mix up his opponent and have a wide variety of approaches as well. Generally, he has a lot of options when it comes to both recovering and approaching his opponent. But what about edge guarding? His edge guarding is really strong as well. He comes equipped with a back air, down air, and especially when you edge trump somebody, you can down smash the ledge to punish them. But we'll go into things like that later. His combo game is also very strong. He can chain his opponents with his nair into his other moves as well. He has a long range tether grab as I showed before, but you can also use that as an approach option as well. Reliable throws and setups from a grab. You can up throw for a kill. He's not at kill percent though, so that's not going to kill him yet. Down throw into up air is also guaranteed, but it's DI dependent, so you got to watch out. If your opponent DIs to the right, they can definitely get out of it, or if they don't DI to the right enough, you can still punish them. It's all on reading your opponent's DI, honestly. Now, the cons to playing Lucas. Lucas's moves, as I said, have quite a bit of startup. Even his dash attack has that little animation that has a ton of startup, so your opponent can see it coming. His up smash, of course, is famous for being a very laggy move with tons of cooldown as well. Tether leaves Lucas heavily vulnerable if whiffed because it has a slight bit of lag at the end of it, and it doesn't have the best knockback. The range on some of his moves is small, so while he has all these awesome multi-hit moves, the range there is lacking, and so he can't really poke too well. Hitboxes on moves aren't large, as I said before, so we can try to land a back air. Great, I didn't land a spiking hitbox. All the moves to this don't connect if you don't space it. However, I'm spacing it quite well. And he has trouble with characters that can outrange him, and I'd say outspeed him. While Lucas is faster than Ness, his speed isn't exactly the greatest, especially compared to a character like Captain Falcon that can literally beat him in the footsies department due to speed alone. And of course, Lucas is floating. While this can also be a good thing, it can also be a bad thing, because the longer it takes you to hit the ground, it sets yourself up easier to get, I'd say, frame trapped and juggled. And that's something that is not good to have as a character. But these are the pros and cons to Lucas. So guys, let's get right into what this character is all about, and let's check out all his tools in action. So jumping right into grabs. As I stated before, Lucas has a very long tether grab that he can use to not only save himself, but to also approach his opponents. So his Zair aerial grab leads right into another grounded grab. However, some opponents may be able to get away from this, so I won't say it's actually guaranteed, but it is a good follow-up as an approach option. Now, his down throw is really used for setups into his other areas. You can do down throw into down air, into back air, down throw into nair, which is the famous one. And of course, for the kill, you can do down throw into up air. As I stated before, you have to read your opponent's DI in order to land that up air. Now, at earlier percents, under 80%, Lucas can do down throw into up tilt automatically for some quick percent. So you want to keep that in mind as well as an option when you're using down throw. At earlier percents, down throw leads into his nair, which can chain into itself and then into other moves for longer combos. You can mix it up into many variations. So we can do down throw into nair, into up air. That's a good combo that you can do even at a little bit higher percents. But down throw into down air is also good for the simple fact it plants your opponent back to the ground, and if you fast fall with it, you might be able to sneak in an F smash for a kill. Get a little bit creative when you're using down throw at early percents, because especially at 0, this nair chain can go on for as long as you're able to keep your opponent in it, read their DI, and follow them. Already, Falcon has 41% off of a simple down throw into nair. Down throw comes with a lot of reward, but his grab comes with a lot of risk, because let's say if I whiff it, I'll get punished. I go for it again, if I whiff it, he can still punish me. Try it one more time, he can jump over it and punish me. So it takes quite the commitment. You want to do it based off of a read. So if he tries to run in at me and I pivot grab him, that's something that you can do to get your opponent. But, again, if you're seeing that your opponent's rolling a lot or spot dodging, try to read that and punish them with a grab. It might work out for you. It does deal a great amount of knockback, but I only feel like it's good for gaining stage control if you're in a situation where you're facing the ledge and your opponent's facing you. So I'm going to forward throw him off the stage at 129. As you can see, at higher percents, he'll probably be able to die. But that throw alone, with its great knockback, was able to give me stage control. So at the ledge, it's quite the formidable throw. Of course, if you're facing the ledge, because there's other better options. You have up throw. At really high percents, this move can kill. That is your go-to kill throw if your opponent is around 140%. Of course, that means percents vary. Falcon is a very heavy character, so we're going to see just how long it takes for us to kill him with up throw. Alright, so we have Falcon at 168%, only have 33%, so there's no rage involved. Let's see if this up throw will end up killing him. So up throw again is good for killing, but not really anything else. But Lucas does have another kill. He has his back throw. So, back throw is the one that you want to use when your back is facing towards the edge. Why? Because not only does it gain you stage control like forward throw, but at higher percents, it's also able to kill your opponent. So, I'm going to give Falcon some percent, and we're going to see just how long it takes to kill him at the ledge with this move. 125, I'm almost certain that that's going to take his life. Back throw, death. So, it's not as strong as Ness's back throw, and not as versatile, because Ness can kill from, you know, a lot of different areas on the stage at early percent, but at the ledge, it's probably his best option if you get them with a grab. Unless, of course, you want to try to mix it up, and they're expecting you to back throw them, but instead you down throw them so they DI to, you know, behind you, and then you can easily read their DI and follow it with an up air. Because remember, if you want to get that down throw to up air, you gotta read their DI. Jumping straight into jabs, Lucas' jab is very fast and has a ton of priority. If I were to stand in front of my opponent like this, I can't hit him because he's standing still. But if he's moving into me, my jab can definitely land from behind and put him in front of me. So that's a little neat trick that some of you guys might not have known. His jab is 3 total hits and can also link out of his down tilt. Now, the move comes out quick, so if you expect your opponent to come dashing into you, you can literally throw out a jab and probably catch them a little bit from afar. So as you see, that final hit has quite some range. I feel like the range overall on the move is deceptive, but his jab is pretty good. I think it's a very, very good jab and has great knockback and can lead into other moves depending if you read a tech roll or a regular tech get up. His tilts. Lucas's down tilt, as I showed before, leads into his jabs. But that's really the best use you have for it. A great poking tool and something to lead into his jabs. His F tilt is very quick for punishing opponents when pressured. So if Falcon's running around me and I decide to land to the ground, I can quickly act out and just F tilt to knock him away. Well, let's say I space it properly. You see that little bit of extra electricity that was right there? That actually pushed him away further. So you have to hit them with just the tip of the move in order to land the sweet spot of the up tilt. And I'd say it's great for pushing your opponent off the stage as well to gain stage control if you two are at the ledge and you need a quick option to just throw out either F tilt, down tilt, or your jabs. The move has great knockback at higher percents, and it does a great amount of percent as well. So as you can see, 6% from an F tilt, as quick as that, is not bad at all. You can also angle it upward or downward. So, at the ledge, keep that in mind if your opponent's recovering. Up tilt. Up tilt is extremely fast and can lead into itself at lower percents. So we're going to take his stock real quick, and we're going to try to up tilt Falcon at 0%. It at least locks in the opponent for 2 to 3 up tilts in a row. Now, up tilt can combo out of a fastball nair, so let's try that. That's a combo you can do. Up tilt can combo into a nair depending on your opponent's percent and how much hit stun they have. You can up tilt into nair. Aerials. Lucas's aerials are very strong in this game. In particular, we're going to start off with nair. His nair is a very, very strong combo move that can also link into itself. But it's very DI dependent because you have to follow your opponent when they're trying to SDI out of it. Well, you can literally chain them and cross the entire stage for some great percent out of this move. It also leads into his forward air. It can lead into his down air as well. Very good offensively off stage. And it can lead into his back air. So we're going to try that. So if we nair backwards, notice that it'll always put the opponent in front of you. I want you guys to keep that in mind. If you nair, your opponent will always go in front of you, never behind you. It's never done that. Always in front. Doesn't matter what part of your opponent you hit, they will always go forward. Let me reiterate, always go forward. So now you definitely know which direction that you need to set up your next move into because you know your opponent's going forward. You can do nair into up air, but that's not the guaranteed one because he's at high percent. So we're going to try to land it. So get a combo, down throw, nair. You want your opponent to pop up just a bit so the nair can just be short hopped into. So he's at 31%. Let's try again. Bam. So I guess around 31% or maybe a bit higher, that's when the move becomes useful. Also, it is DI dependent. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm going for that. But what I'm really trying to show you guys is that Lucas's aerials can go directly into his other aerials as well. Which is why I'm saying Lucas has a lot of options. He can link a lot of things into each other. And his combo game is just insane. Because his aerials are just that good. It's a great punish for out of shield. So let's say Falcon dash attacks my shield. I can literally just shield it, nair out of it, and get ready to start up into my other combos if he's at lower percents. It's also good for edge guarding on stage. So say Falcon's trying to recover to the stage, I jump off, hit him with a nair. Even when coming up, that last hit spikes him, and I get the kill. Oh, he's not at kill percent, but I can still throw him off stage. I hit him with the nair, pushes him forward. I can possibly hit him with the little bit of my PK Thunder, and at other percents it varies because Lucas has a ton of hits. So you never know what you're possibly able to do after nair. PK Thunder! Lucas is he's that versatile now. And it's great for also crossing up shields. So let's say I'm approaching with nair, my opponent's just holding shield. If I know that it's not gonna land, I can cross behind him. So he tried to grab me, I was able to land behind him, and I could probably act out of it and just hit him with the twig like I did before, or an F tilt would have probably done. But if he knew that I was gonna punish him and he tries to turn around and hit me, I could possibly just try to turn around and hit him with a jab or an F tilt. Those would be the fastest options. Lucas's up air is very, very strong because it kills out of a down throw. It's almost his go-to option to kill at early percents. You can call it Lucas's hoo-ha. So you can also fast fall up air at lower percents, and that leads into a couple of options. So let's go through those. Now, I want you to keep in mind, the hitbox to his up air is not that large. It's actually very strict and hard to land. Even off of a fastball, it's not easy to land. So this isn't actually the best thing to do. But right there, you can see falling up air leads into grab, leads into his jabs, F tilt, down tilt. But he's getting at a higher percent, so it's time to mix it up. So fastball, up air, into air. And you can do it into forward air as well. So similar to Ness, Their moves are very, very, very good. I'd say that the up air is a good option if you want to fast fall it. But remember, it is a strict small hitbox, so your spacing needs to be on point if you are to land this move. Fair is really strong as well. Does great damage and has great knockback. But keep in mind, the move has a sour spot. So I'm going to down throw into Fair. Right there is a sour spot that did nothing since he moved. That was able to knock Falcon away quite a considerable amount of distance, and at higher percents, it can actually kill. So you want to keep in mind that Fair is a good tool to use outside of your Nair, and of course it combos out of the famous down. Dare. Dare is really special. Dare is the multi-hit move that came back from Brawl. People used to love this move in Brawl because it put your opponent on the ground and locked them in down tilt, and they could just F-smash right out of it. It was like the bread and butter Lucas combo back in the day. So we're going to try to use Dare effectively for edge guard. So if I knock Falcon off and I let's trump him, let's see what happens if I hit him with Dare. Alright, throw Falcon off the stage, he's going to recover. I'm going to just simply let's trump him. And that's what we will. Dare is going to clean up this thing. Of course, at lower percents, the impact, or I'd say the knockback from the Dare isn't as strong. So your opponent can definitely jump out of it and recover back to the stage. So if you want to kill somebody with the spike, a Dare spike, you're going to have to wait till they're higher. The move has other great edge guard opportunities, so you don't even need to wait for a ledge trump due to the fact that it's multi-hit. You can try to just land that last hit or go bonkers off stage. So Falcon was all the way down there. I'm going to try to go off stage this time. Catch him down there, and I don't need to hit him with the last spark that spikes. I can just intercept him with the other hits. I can also use it as a get him back on stage option because of its multi-hits and the opponent not expecting it or timing it. Punishing it correctly. Also, down air can combo into other moves sometimes, but it depends on how you use it. Because right there, down air is lagging. If you short hop down air, you're gonna have lag. You have to kind of rise and then down air in order to catch your opponent. It's a great cross up for shield as well on stage. So if my opponent tries to shield it, I end up behind him. He tried punishing it, I punish him with my back. If timed properly, the move can instantly lead into an F tilt or into jabs for maximum safety. Now, Bear. Bear is the move that everybody looks at as, oh my god, that move is so cool. Why? Because it spikes, and it spikes hard. So, I'm going to try to edge trump this Falcon into Bear. That's the one that most people really, really like saying. So I'm going to throw him off the stage. Throws him off the stage. Recover. Edge trump. Right there, he could have gotten back up, so your timing needs to be on point in order to get that spike. But you can literally spike your opponent just by their hand being right there on the ledge. Remember, the spike hitbox is strong, but you gotta land it. And it's not that large, so your precision has to really be on point if you want to spike your opponent with this move. But Lucas's recovery is so good that you can really go out deep and end up hitting your opponent with the weak part of the move into the sweet spot spike part of the move as well. It's all about accuracy, fellas. You gotta practice. Jumping right into Lucas's smash attack. Lucas is famous for his up smash, one of the most strongest moves in the game, dealing 19% from 0. In some cases, it can also deal 22%. Now, the thing about this move is, it's incredibly dangerous to use because of the startup. Check this out, when I use it solo like that, he has that much time to get away from me before the actual hitbox comes out. Not only that, at the end of the move, he can punish me because it has a ton of cooldown. It doesn't take much to see Lucas starting this move up and shielding, or running away to be safe. Now, how are we going to use this move? Easy. We're going to have to make hard reads and bait our opponent. So one way you can do it is, you can up throw your opponent, fake a jump, and then up smash. That jump baits them into air dodging, you fast fall to the ground as I did before, and all you do is let that up smash rip, trying to punish their air dodge. That's one way to use it. You can bait a roll from your opponent, so once you see your opponent's gonna roll, you just up smash with a punish. Of course you have to be on time, because if you're not on time, your opponent can punish you, because of the cooldown from that move. That cooldown makes me so upset. But it is a really strong move, so I do kind of understand. Now let's get into my favorite smash attack. It's down smash. if you read a roll, you can punish your opponent. Right there, he rolled perfectly in perfect shield. But due to the multi-hits, if he doesn't time it right, I can punish him with the second or third hit of the down smash, because it's like 3 shots. Boom, boom, boom. So, guys, keep this in mind. The move doesn't hit multiple times on shield, so if your opponent perfect shields it, the other hits miss completely. So you gotta be really, really strict on punishing your opponent with this move. Now, another good way to punish your opponent with down smash is off of edge trumps. Edge trumps are key in Smash 4 because they allow you to get almost 3 kill setups on opponents who don't recover in the best way. So we knock him off the ledge, down smash at the ledge, and that's gonna be death because the move is very, very strong. So you want to use your down smash in that way, and it's most effective in my opinion if you use it off of the edge trump. So it has multi-hit, but there is ending lag that makes it punishable. So if I use it and I miss it or they shield it, I'm done. Because while there are other hits that come out, that's not enough due to the fact that I have end lag at the end when I'm putting my hand away behind me. Lucas's F smash is really strong in my opinion as well because it has great knockback and it's very fast. At first, it looked like Lucas wasn't going to be able to kill with this move. However, we were mistaken. As soon as I started playing with the character, I realized, wait a minute, F smash is actually really good. And as you can see, I killed him around 100% near the ledge. So I think that this is a great tool not only for killing, but for punishment as well. You can land, whip a dare, and possibly punish your opponent depending on how you hit them and how they react to it. It's not guaranteed, but it's all read-based, which are most things to be honest. So definitely don't be afraid to use the F smash a little bit more than normal. It's not like Ness's where it's actually really slow and not easy to use. Ness takes very, 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 very situational reads and very hard reads to actually pull off his F smash, whereas Lucas can actually just use it, and if he whips it, he's not in too much trouble because he puts back the stick quite quick. Last but not least, getting into Lucas's special moves. We're gonna start with neutral B, PK Freeze. The famous and rather cool move, and it's definitely better than Ness's neutral, but it's still not as useful. But against a character with a telegraph recovery like Falcon, you can literally really beat him up with PK Freeze. But against other characters with better recoveries, it's not that strong. And I'd say you shouldn't really use it, especially with your other tools off stage that are just better overall. His forward B, PK Fire, is different than Ness's in the fact that it pushes your opponent backward. It doesn't lock your opponent into it. And I feel like it's good in its own ways, but it's not as strong as Ness's because Ness sets up for not only kill options, but super combo potential, and it does a ton of damage. This move does good damage, I'd say, and it can be used for edge guarding as well. So I'm going to throw my opponent off the stage. He's probably going to try to jump, and I hit him with a PK Fire to edge guard. So you can use it to get away from your opponent, to build a wall between you and your opponent, and put out an active hitbox that your opponent has to respect. So of course the move can be punished. If I PK Fire and he shields it, he can just easily F-tilt me. Or with Falcon Speed, say we have some distance between us and he shields it, he can still catch me because he's fast as hell. So, forward B is really good. You can use it to snipe your opponent when edge guarding. It's a great punish option as well, but you can also get punished for using it. So you need to be careful as the Lucas player. Especially know your distance when using the move. Down B is a little bit different. Down B is different in the sense where it has a hitbox dead center in the middle of it. So you can take advantage of that. If your opponent runs into it, let it rip. Let go, it knocks them back. But the thing is, if they run into it in shield, they're fine, as you can see. So you can definitely get punished if you use this move incorrectly. He's standing right at the tip of it, so he's not getting hit with the actual hitbox, because it's dead center in the middle. The cool thing is, Lucas puts the Psy Magnet in front of him, making it a lot safer for him to use versus Ness, where if Ness used it, it would be right on top of him. And that's not what you want. So, down B, you can use it to heal Lucas, of course, similar to Ness, and it can also be used for edge guarding. So I throw Falcon off, read a jump, try to hit him with it. But see, the thing is, I did that attempt and didn't get it, Why? Because I don't even think it's that good of an option to use for edge guarding. Sure, you can hit them with the center of it, but why not use something like a PK Fire or any of your other aerials to do it? It's an alright option, but it's not that strong. I actually think it's highly overrated. Something you can do is stall your momentum with Side Magnet. There's a buff that Ness even got where Side Magnet's lag cooldown is significantly reduced. So similar to Shine stalling and Brawl with bots, Lucas and Ness can now Side Magnet stall to stop their momentum and mix up their opponents when landing. You can also mix up your horizontal momentum, how I did right there. I just reversed it and went in the opposite direction. Use these as landing options when you feel like you're getting juggled, especially being that you're a floaty character. Now, Lucas's up B is completely different from Ness's. It has a lot of pros and a lot of cons. The pros is it can never be body damage. It goes through the opponent and literally traps them in a vortex of damage that goes through their entire body. But the ending on it is quite long, and it doesn't stay out as long as Ness's either. It's considerably slower. So it's a lot riskier to use. Because wow, I can hit my opponent, but see how I pushed him in front of me and I still had cooldown lag and I was still in the animation? He could have gotten up and easily killed me if I was at kill position. That's why the move was risky. You should definitely try to keep it conservative and use it off stage when you know that you'll be able to hit your opponent away. The ball is what pushes your opponent away, not the tail, as you saw right there. Now, similar to Ness's recovery, this pushes Lucas quite far, and you can do 2 PK Thunders if you collide into a wall. So let's test the limits of his PK Thunder. I'm going to recover all the way from this blast zone, and I'm able to make it because his recovery is very, very strong. I'd say it's busted. I would say it is actually busted. Being able to recover all the way from the depths right there, and even if I'm super low, I always have the option as if I collide into the stage, I can double up B and still make it there. So, these are the pros and cons to Lucas's up B. I do say it's still good even with those cons, but you just gotta be smart when using it. Also, his animations super, super cool falling down. But in a nutshell, guys, this is Lucas, and his combo game is really strong. Definitely show you guys a little bit of that as well. Overall, I think that the character has a bright future in the roster, and with the right hands playing him, I think he's actually a very scary character to fight. However, he does take quite a bit of skill and mastery to use, and he does take practice because of his technicality. So guys, be sure to lab up with this character if you want to take him far. Right now, I feel like he's probably a B-tier character, definitely high tier. While he does have all these other options, Ness's options are so strong and so reliable that I feel like Ness is still the better character, and results will definitely prove that over time. But Lucas can definitely hold his own in this meta, and I'm excited to see more Lucas players come out and bring this character to the level. Thank you guys for watching this guide. Of course, enjoy your Mother and Earthbound games, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Peace out, Tasmania boys.